Thank you for tuning into this episode of Walden Wong Art, and today I'm going to show you how to draw faces. So this is what we're going to be drawing today. Okay, so I'm going to break it down for you. I'm going to show you guys how to draw eyes, and then I'm going to show you guys how to draw nose, followed by drawing lips, and then also how to draw ears. And then I'm going to show you how to break everything down, the measurements, where to put the eyes, where to put the nose, mouth, and all of that. And then the difference between drawing a male face and a female face. So all you gotta do is grab a piece of paper, pencil, and let's get to it. Let's go. Okay, so today we're gonna draw the eye. All you need is a piece of paper, just one piece, and then a pencil. Some of you artists, if you have a pencil smudger, that'll be okay. Pencil smudger is just like a roll of paper that you can buy in art stores. If you don't have that, you can also use a Q-tip, like your basic Q-tip. They're just dirty because I used it before. And if you don't have any of these, that's okay too. You can just use your finger to smudge. So I'm going to show you how to draw a face. And to draw a face, I'm going to start out showing you how to draw the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. So when you're drawing an eye, usually when I draw an eye, I'll think of 3 arrows. Just one arrow here, one arrow going this way, and then another arrow going that way. And then when I draw the eye, I'll draw the top part of the eye going around those arrows, like that. So not like a perfect arc like this, but I'll go this way following that arrow, here and then here. And then the bottom part of the eye, I'll have this curve. So the curve will go from here to here. And then notice that I'll tilt upwards here, and I'll draw this little bead over here. This is the tear duct, okay? Now, the eye, let me tell you, the eye has 3 parts. There's the iris, there's a pupil, and then there's a something called the sclera, S-C-L-E-R-A. Okay, sclera is the white part. Iris is the inside part, and then the pupil is the outside part. So when you're drawing the eye, I would draw the eye inside here. Okay? Just like that. Okay, make sure the white part, the sclera, has enough space. And then when you're drawing the iris inside the pupil, and I'm gonna show you how to draw an eye inside. Okay, so when you draw a pupil, that's the outside. And just like drawing a car tire, you'll have the inside. Okay, the spacing between here and here is even. If you drew a car tire like this, more towards that side, that's wrong because there's too much space here and too little space here. So when you draw this, make sure the space is even around. And because the eye is inside the eyelid, when you draw that round part, you're gonna be drawing it like this. So keep in mind, the space between here is all the same. And then I would add like a highlight. Okay, now when you're drawing the pupil, I would have the pupil really dark. So I would press down really dark on the pupil. And then the iris, I would draw it, all those inside lines, I would draw it pointing towards the center. Remember 1-point perspective, when we had a dot there, I would have all these lining up towards the middle of the dot. After that, the top of the eyelid, I will always make darker. Like this. Okay. And then some people's eyes, they have like an extra fold right here. So I would draw another fold. Okay. And then on the side of the eyes, I would draw this line darker here and this line darker here. This is where the pencil smudging comes in. Okay. What you do is you take this and you smudge the iris. Okay, and then with some of the residue smudge that I have, I would use that to smudge the sclera, the white part of the eye. Now, don't forget, some people, actually everyone, they have eyelashes. So the eyelashes just grows this direction. When you're drawing, you want those eyelashes to go that direction. Okay? You want to contour the eye. Just like here, you want those to contour here. So when you're drawing these lashes, you're going to draw this direction. Okay, as you go towards here, you want to go this way. Because if you're drawing eyelashes and they're all going that direction, it's not gonna look correct. Okay, so just like that. And then because the eyelid protrudes out of the eyeball, there's a shadow right over here as well. Okay. And then you can go in and then add like some highlights, some sheen inside the eye. Like that. And then I would darken up the side over here. Okay, so that's how I draw it. I'm gonna draw another eye so you can see different ways of drawing eyes. So let's do that 3 rule again. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm gonna go from here, and this is that person's right eye. Okay, so this tear duct point towards the middle of the nose. Okay, so we have this eye going. Let's draw an eye like this. Like that, and then we'll draw an eye looking towards that direction. This, and then we have a highlight sheen, and then we have the iris, making sure the distance between the iris and the pupil is equal. Okay, now we'll darken up this line, the outer line here. Okay, darken up the pupil. Okay, start drawing some of the lines for the iris. And just how I'm going to use a regular Q-tip. Just like that. Soften it, and then whatever I have from the Q-tip, I'll just add it to the side of the eye. Like that. And then I'm going to go back in there and darken up more here. Here. Don't forget the iris. Add a little bit over here. Okay, and then the eyelashes. Okay, and as you go towards up here, you start contouring that direction. And then I'm going to draw another line right over here. Okay, so I'm going to draw another line right over here. And then eyelashes start coming over here. And I'm going to darken up this. And then again, remember, this casts a shadow underneath here. So I'm going to darken up here. And then I'm going to take the Q-tip and I'm going to soften up that line. So that's drawing the eye. So let's do this one more time. I'm going to draw an eye. This is that person's right eye. Right eye. Now I'm going to draw a left eye. Left eye, like another eye that's a different shape. So this time I'm going to change. So the basic rule is to make sure you follow that guide. You draw the pupil, you draw the iris, and then make sure the sclera, the white part, has enough space on each side, depending on where the eye is looking. So this time I'm going to draw the eye. Here's a tear duct. And then I'm going to draw the eye slightly different, because everyone's eyes are different. Okay, and then there's a curve here. Okay, the tear duct's here. Now I'm going to draw this eye looking, maybe looking downwards, this direction. Okay. Okay, notice I don't draw the whole circle inside. Okay, I should mention, when you're drawing eyeballs, do not draw the whole circle inside. Okay, everyone's eyes always have an eyelid covering a partial eye. You very rarely do you see someone's eye and you see the whole eye unless they're excited or they're like wide-eyed. Usually it's only like a partial circle because the other part is inside the eye. And then here's the pupil. Give this a highlight. Okay. And then now I'm going to darken up the top eyelid. Like this. Okay. The bottom. Okay. Let me give this, I'm going to give this a sheen where this one goes across like this. Just a white sheen. And then here's the black part. I'm going to press down really hard with a pencil. Here, I'm going to have those lines point towards the middle. Okay. This time I'm not going to use a pencil smudger or Q-tip. I'm just going to use my fingers. Okay, so just use your finger and just soften it a little bit. Okay, draw the eyelashes. Okay, and then I'm going to draw this part. Okay. Darken up here a little bit to the shadow that's cast. And then some people have that double line up over here. And then soften it. And then I'm just using a pencil and just add more details on the eyes. Like, so this one's looking down towards that way. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to draw a nose. So when I draw noses, I always imagine 3 marbles, like one larger one and then 2 smaller ones right over there. Okay, and then when I draw the nose, I'll use that as a guide, and I'll draw the nostrils right in between here. Okay, and I'll draw the side of the nose here. I'll darken up the nostrils. Okay, and then the rest of the nose, it comes with shading, so I'll just add some pencil shading over here. The bottom of the nose here, there's usually a darker side, and then just smudge a little bit. Okay, and just smudge over here, smudge over there. Just like that, and then that's how you draw the nose. And let me explain why I like using those ovals. I'm going to use another pencil so you can see what I'm talking about. So if I have those 3 marbles, and then I want to tilt the nose to another direction, I can draw those marbles like this. So here's one circle, here's a larger one, and then here's a smaller one. And then when I draw the nostrils, what I'll do is I'll draw that nostril hole right over here, like this. Have this nose go up here. The other nostril, again, I'm keeping it in between those 2 marbles. Right over here, I'll draw that part, and I'll draw this side. This is how you can tilt the nose. Okay, so I'm gonna do some shading here. Just do this quickly. The bottom of the nose. Use my finger and just soften up here. Okay, add some shadows. Like that. So we're gonna draw one more facing forward. We're gonna draw a different shaped nose. Again, everyone's facial features is always different. Different eyes, different nose, but the general rule is the same. General rule for the eyes, the nose, and then we're gonna draw another nose over here. This time we're gonna have the nose a different shape, maybe more elongated like this, and then here's the ovals like that. Okay, they're not perfect circles. This time we made it ovals and they're tilting a little bit. And then now I'm going to draw the nose right over here. I'm going to follow the ovals that are drawn right over here. Follow the ovals. See that? Okay. Okay, right over here, I'm going to draw the side of the nose. When you draw the side of the nose, make sure that line doesn't start from the nostril. You got to give it a little bit of a distance. So right over here, you're going to draw that here and this right here. Okay. And then the rest, it comes with the shading. Again, I'm going to use the side of the pencil. The bottom of the nose is always a little bit darker. Okay, this side over here, this side here. I'm gonna get rid of some of the sketch lines. Okay, you can use your pencil smudger. Use this pencil smudger here. Okay, I contour around the nose over here, this side of the nose. Okay, add a little bit of shading here. Darken up the nose here and then here. And then you can also use the Q-tip to soften up those lines like this. And then you can always go back in there and draw with your eraser. Add a little highlight or something like that, or soften up. Okay, so that's that nose. And then all the shadow here, I would always darken up as dark as I can. Okay, so there's that nose. Now I'm going to show you how to draw lips. Okay, the lip, usually I'll start out with a line. This is my guide. And then from there on, I would draw a little line that goes upwards here. And then right on top of the lip, I would draw this little V. Okay, after that V, I would imagine drawing a mountain going down this way towards that part. And then this side, the same. Okay, on the bottom of this V, I'll draw this little part, and then here, this one curves up, and it goes back in this way. This one curves up, and it goes back in this way. So this is the female lip, and then the bottom of the lip, I'll have this line, and I'll have this curve up this way. Now, as I curve up, I want to go here. Okay, so there's a lip. Now, the shading. What I'll do is I'll darken up here. I'll darken up this part of the lip, and I'll darken up this part of the lip. Okay, and I'll also darken up this part. The rest, you can go back in there and add a shadow. Okay, so I'm gonna do this quickly with a pencil. And then when I'm doing the shading, I'll try to contour my pencil lines around the lip. Okay, this is a highlight over here. Okay, and then you can take your smudger, soften up those lines like this. Soften up those lines, soften up these lines over here. Okay, so there's how you draw a lip. Okay, very simple. So start with the guide. I'm gonna draw another lip so you guys can get used to it, and then you can pause this video and give it a try and see if you can do it on your own. So right now we're gonna draw the lip. Maybe this time we're gonna have a different lip. This one's a little bit longer. Okay, I'm gonna start off on the top. This time I'm gonna have that V a little bit lower. Okay, so when you're drawing, you're usually when I'm drawing and I'm looking at a picture of someone, I would look at the distance that they have, but the guides are still the same. And then from here, I would draw this line here, just like drawing two little mountains connected to each other. And then we're going to draw this lip right over here. And then here, I'm going to have this done differently. The bottom of the lip, always a little bit darker right over here. Now, when you draw the lip, don't try to draw that round like that. What you want to do is you want to have it go in a little bit. Okay, go in a little bit. So there's this curve here, and then once you get towards the end, it slopes up a little bit higher. Okay, so there's that. Okay, I'm going to darken up here. And then right here, I'm going to darken up this lip. This lip. Okay, and then I'm going to do some shading on the side over here. Do some shading on the side over here. This time, contour. Contour here. Contour here. Okay, I'm going to use the Q-tip again. Soften up this side, soften up this side, soften up here. Okay, and then add some shadows over here. Okay. Add some shadows underneath the top lip, because the top lip is casting a shadow on the bottom right over here. Take my Q-tip, soften it, and this time to give it a highlight, I'm just going to use the eraser and erase that. Okay, some of you may ask, so that looks more like a female lip. How do I draw a lip for males? So the same thing. I'll sketch that line. That's my guide, and then draw this side. Okay, so when we draw a lip, this triangle part is important. This is called the philtrum. Usually, everyone when they're born, as babies, the last part that connects together is here. This is called the it's called the philtrum. 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 Okay, so always keep that in mind. That's where that triangle or the curve is. Okay, so here it is, and then for the guys, I'll just have it shorter. Okay, and then I'm gonna hook here, darken up over here. Just don't make the lips that big. Okay, so contour the shadows over here, here. Okay, right over here, contour here. Okay, and this time I'm going to use my finger. So what we've done was a pencil smudger for the first one with all three of the exercise. I use a Q-tip if you have a Q-tip for the second one. And this time I'm just going to use my finger. When you use your finger, it'll do the job, but your finger is just going to get a kind of lead on it. Okay, so I'm softening like that. Okay, I'm going to add some shadows on the filter. Okay, and then I'm going to darken up here. Like that. So now you have the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. And then next, I'm going to show you how to draw the ears. So I'm going to draw the ears. Maybe I'll draw the ear right here. And this is the ear that's facing forward. If you're drawing an ear that's facing the side, the ear is going to be like this. But I'm going to show you guys how to draw the ear facing when the person is facing forward. But the general rule of drawing the ear is it's like this. I always imagine there's a letter Y there, and I'll draw around it. Draw around that letter Y. And then here, I'll add the shadows. So right here, I'm going to quickly add some shadows just so you can see how the side of the ear looks. and then lightly control the pencil shading. Add some shadows, and then I'm going to take my pencil smudger. I'm going to soften up those pencil lines. Make those pencil lines smooth. Okay. Okay, and then add a shadow right over here. Add some shadows here. Gonna soften it up with the Q-tip. You can use either Q-tip or finger. Okay. So that's the side of the ear. Now I'm going to show you how to draw an ear if you're looking at someone facing forward. So when the ear is drawn facing forward, okay, here's the side of the face, like this. And then here's the ear. You're going to draw this side here. This one goes here. And then here's the earlobe. Okay. This thing, you're going to draw that right over here. Okay. We're going to erase that line. Okay. You draw this one here, and then you're gonna have the ear part. This part goes around here. Okay, you're gonna go just like that. Okay, remember that letter Y I was telling you about? This part? You're gonna imagine that Y right over here, and then you're gonna shade around it. You're gonna add some shadows around it. So I'm gonna erase that pencil guide. You're gonna go like that. Okay, shadows here. Here, shadows all on the top, and then on the ear right over here, we add this shadow here, and then some shadows right here. Control which part is darkest and which part is lighter. Okay. Now I'm gonna use, I'm just gonna use my finger to do the smudging, just like that, and then here I'm gonna darken up this side, darken up this side, darken up this whole side, like this, okay, and then here, okay. You can always use your eraser to draw. Eraser is not just for erasing mistakes, but you can use it to create highlights. Okay, highlight over there. So this is the ear from the side, okay, like that. Okay, we'll draw one more ear on the other side. So this is that person's left ear, and I'm going to draw that person's right ear on this side. Okay, so here's this, all his facial features here, and then this ear is going to be right over here. We'll draw a different ear. Okay, remember this part first, right over here. You're gonna have this line going around that letter Y again. Just imagine that letter Y. Okay, the letter Y, you to draw around it. So right over here, I'm gonna add the shadows here. Darken up the shadows over here. Darken up here. You can right here add the little shadow. Keep this earlobe, give it a space. Okay, you're gonna draw this going around here. Okay, and then this time I'm just gonna use my finger to soften it. And then now I'm gonna focus on which area is darker. I'm just gonna get rid of that nose part. Draw the ears on top of the nose. Okay, you can always rewind the video or play it again just to see how I drew this nose. Okay, so darken up this area. Darken up this area. Cast a shadow on the whole area. Okay, inside the ear. Darker here. Okay, there's a shadow underneath here. Usually because the shadow is always coming from the top. And then here's a shadow inside the ears. And then we're just gonna soften it. Okay. And then again, you can always use your eraser to give highlights on certain areas of the ear. Okay, so that's how you draw face, eyes, nose, mouth, and ears. I went ahead and drew a few more. I'm going to show you. So you can pause the video and take a look. So here's another one that I drew. Okay, so again, all the same rules. You can use your pencil smudger and then kind of soften up this area, soften up certain areas, draw the double eye line. So right here, I'm going to draw another extra eye line here. Okay, add some shadows here. So you can pause the video and see how I drew different eyes. Again, these are all the left eye. And take a look. Okay, and then here, I drew a few more examples of noses. So the nose, I haven't done any smudging yet, so for this one. So I'm going to show you how I would smudge. So I drew everything in pencil first. So if I'm smudging, I'm just going to soften up those lines. Soften up those lines like this. Just do it quickly, just like that. Okay. If you have a pencil smudger, I'll just use the side and I'll draw with it. It's okay if your pencil smudger is a little bit dirty. Sometimes I'll just use the dirt of it to continue drawing on top of it. And then you can always use your eraser to draw more. So there's that. I'm going to use a Q-tip to soften up these two so you can see. So right over here. Just soften up here. I'm going to soften up this one that I drew earlier. Always the bottom of the nose, a little bit darker. I'm going to take the eraser, kind of draw a little bit. So that's some examples of nose. You can pause this video and take a look. Okay. Next is some lips I've drawn. I pre-drew earlier. So here's some lips. Okay. And again, it's all within that same guide. Draw the line, shade it, and then you can smudge it. Smudge it to give it that nice look. So here's another lip. Okay. You can use your pencil and then kind of give it a highlight. Like that. See that? Okay. We're going to do the same for these few. So a pencil smudger. Right over here. Soften up those lines. Sometimes when you're softening it, areas can be dark, lighten up, so you can go back in there with a pencil and darken it, and then use that eraser to kind of give it a highlight. Okay, if you don't have a you don't have a smudger, you can use the Q-tip to smudge here. Just soften it. See that? Okay, and then after softening it, you can use a eraser, kind of erase some light source over here. That. And this one, I'm just gonna use my finger. So draw the line, do the shading first. You're just gonna smudge it, and then when you're smudging it, you're gonna have to darken up some lines again. And then you can always go back with your eraser and give it some highlight. Okay, so that's some examples of mouths that I've drawn. Okay, and then ears. Here's some examples of some ears that I've drawn. Okay, so different shape ears. Just like that. Okay, I'm going to show them all to you one more time. So here's some ears. Here's some nose. Here's some mouths. And then here's some ears. Okay, different examples. There you go. Okay, now that you know how to draw eyes, nose, mouth, and ears, the next step is learning where to place them, where to draw them at. Okay, so let me explain to you how that works. I'm going to take this page, flip it over. So now I'm going to show you how to use all those drawings that you learned, the eyes, nose, lips, and ears, and to draw it onto a head. So first off, we have to sketch out a size of head first. So I'll draw two heads. Separate here. So one head, I'm going to draw a circle first. Right over here, sketch a circle. And then we're going to draw the bottom of the head. Just like this. And then we'll do this quickly. Okay. So the measurement for the head is from the top to here. And right here, divide that in half. This is where the eyes belong. Okay. This line is where the eyes is. Okay. We're going to continue from here to the bottom of the chin, halfway. This is where the bottom of the nose is. So when I say the bottom of the nose, that is this part, the bottom of the nose. Okay? Okay. And then the mouth is what is separated into thirds. So right here, this is third, 1/3, second third, 3/3. And right here, this is where the mouth line is. Okay, so that means that line is here, not here, and not here, here. That means if a character were to open their mouth, here's, you have that line here, that line's here. That way, if you drew this character with the mouth open, that line is still there. Like, you can talk and you can open your mouth as whatever, but that line will always stay over there. So I'm going to start drawing this face to show you what you learned. We'll do this quickly. Okay, we're going to start drawing. Oh, the spacing between the eyes. So from here to here, the distance, separate that into 5 equal parts. Right over here. The second line here, that's where this eye is. And then here, that's where this eye is. And the space in between the 2 eyes is one eye. So however wide this eye is, this is the space in between the 2 eyes. So we're going to start drawing a face over here. So remember, always start with the tear duct. We're going to draw the eyes. Remember those 3 lines over there. And then we're going to draw the bottom part of the eye. Okay, and we're going to draw the other eye, the tear duct. I'm going to draw that line. And I'm just drawing just a random head that's in my head. I mean, that was funny. A random head in my head. A random face that's in my head. Okay. Make sure both are the same size. Okay. I'm going to draw the iris. And then the pupil. And give this a highlight. Draw the pupil. Right here, draw the iris. Give it a highlight and then draw the pupil. Make sure the distance is the same around. Okay, and then here I'm going to draw the top of the eyes darker. Top of the eyes darker. Okay, and then we're going to give him like a double line. Double line. Okay, the nose. Remember the shape of the nose I was telling you about? We're going to sketch out an oval right over here. Okay, and this is my guide. And then I'm going to draw the nostrils right underneath here. Draw the nostrils. And then here we'll draw the side of the nose. And then the mouth, we're going to make him smile a little bit. We're going to have him go up this way. And then the end of the mouth, make sure where the pupil is, that's how wide you want the eyes, the mouth to be. Okay, so you want that to be higher. So I'm going to have that width. And I'm going to draw that fulcrum right over here. And we'll draw that mountain part that I was explaining earlier in the video. Okay, add the little shadow. Explain this. Okay, I'm going to draw the bottom line, that little tilt over here. And then the bottom of the lip right over here. And then we're going to have that tilt this way. Have that tilt that way. Okay, now I'm going to start drawing the side of the face. Like this. Give him a chin. Imagine the chin protrudes out a little bit. We have this part, and then the ears. Okay, we're going to draw the eyebrows. Remember the rule of the eyebrows? From the nose to the eyes. From the nose to this eyes, that line. We're going to have the eyebrows start maybe right over here. I'm going to have that line go up to here. Once it goes up to here and it touches that part, I'm going to have it drag down. Okay, so from here, I'm going to have that eyebrow start here. We're going to have that go up here and then go down. Okay, and then when I draw eyebrows, I like to break up the lines like this. Okay, and then here, I would like to break up the lines going this direction. Like that. And then break up the lines over here. And go towards this direction. Now I'm going to start drawing the ears. So right over here, I'm going to have the ears right here. Have it go up a little bit. Draw the side of the ear. A little bit too much over here. You erase that. And then the nose right over here. And then the other side of the ear, I'm going to have that go right over here. And then here we have the ears. There's a little bump over here. This part goes up. Just like the right in the beginning of the video. Exactly like this, okay? So we're going to continue drawing that. Imagine that little Y right here, and then I'm going to start shading around that. Okay, so just to start shading around over here. So just like that little Y over here. So we're going to continue doing that. Okay, add the shadows. And then same for the other side. We're going to go here. Draw that bump right over here. Okay, now I'm going to start doing some of the details that we use. Let me turn on the light and make it brighter. Okay, we're going to start darkening up some of the lines. Okay, add that shadow here. And if you don't have a smudger, use your finger. I'm just using my finger because I don't think everyone who's watching this video would have a smudger. Okay, tear duct here. I'm gonna start smudging here, darken up some of the eyes. There's a shadow right up here. Add some shading here and here. All this point towards the center. Smudge a little bit. Okay, make sure the distance between the iris and the pupil is equal. Make sure they're both looking at the same direction. And then the nose, again, the bottom part of the nose, darker, because there's a shadow over there. Get rid of this sketch line, because we don't need that anymore. Get rid of some of the sketch lines. Those are the guidelines that helps us place everything in order. Gonna continue drawing. Okay, the nose, we're gonna start using the side of the pencil, because for me, when I use the side of the pencil, I just do more shading quicker. Okay, the side of the nose over here, right over here, right here. Okay, we're gonna add some shadows over here. Same for the other side. The lips, the bottom of the top lip is usually darker, and then here, the chin. Okay, we're gonna draw some textures over here very quickly, like that. Soften it a little bit. Okay, and then you can use your little bit eraser and give it some highlight. Gonna add some shadows over here. Now I'm gonna start drawing. Now the hair, the circle that we drew earlier, the hair doesn't. Let me draw the neck. The hair doesn't lie exactly here. Here's the widow's peak. This part, I'm gonna have the hair go up to here, and then we give him some sideburns. This is a male character that we're drawing. Sideburns over here, and then have some of the hair go up, maybe like this, and then some of the just some lines over here. We're gonna draw some hair over here, some hair over here, and hair over there. Yeah, that was a pun. I don't know if you guys got that. Draw some hair over here. Okay, so there's some hair, and then I'm just gonna quickly darken that up a little bit, and then some of the shadows. Add some shadows over here. Okay, underneath the eye, there's usually some shadows here. Okay, some shadows on this side, underneath the neck. Okay, and then we're gonna darken up some of the lines. Darken the lines, shadow over here, shadow underneath the chin here. Okay, kind of smudge it, soften it a little bit, give it that soft look. Okay, underneath the side, there's some shadows. Darken up that eye and darken up this eye. Okay, add some values here. Okay, so that's how you would draw. Okay, using the measurements, that's how you draw a face for a male. Now I'm gonna draw a female on this side. So basically the same. You'll start off with a circle. Okay, and then you draw the bottom part. Except instead of it being so chiseled, like the chin over here, I'm gonna make this a little bit softer on the bottom here. Okay, so we have the shape of the head first. Let's draw the neck. Okay, and then we're gonna start doing the measurements. Okay, we're gonna start drawing that guideline from here, the middle line right over here. This is where the eyes are. I'm gonna have the eyes right here, and then I'm gonna sketch out where I want the eyes to be. From here to here, the middle, this is where the nose is. This is where I want the nose to be. I'm gonna sketch all that out first, those little ovals. And from here to here, 1/3, this is where the mouth is gonna be. Okay, and then we're gonna have the ear over here. Okay, so that's my sketch. This is how I want the drawing to be. And then I'm gonna start drawing the eyes. So just like here, remember those lines? 1, 2, 3. We're gonna have that go here. To have this go around. And then on this side, we're gonna have that part. Just like that. And then we're gonna give it, we're gonna draw the eyes. Maybe this big. And then we'll draw this eye. This is the iris. Okay, give that a highlight. I'm going to draw the pupil. Make sure the distance around the circle is the same all around here, right over here. Okay, now I'm going to start drawing the eyelashes. Actually, I'm going to darken up the top part of the eye first. So I'm going to start shading all that in first. Okay, fill this in. Okay, same for the other eye. We want to darken up this part. Fill this in. Okay, keep that sheen, like a nice white sheen. Okay, and then now, here's the tear duct, here's the tear duct. We're gonna draw eyelashes. So eyelashes, remember what I mentioned earlier about the eyelashes? You want to contour. Oops. You want to contour here. So right here, we're gonna start drawing some eyelashes, contour here. We're gonna draw the eyelashes here. Here we're gonna draw some of the bottom of the eyelashes, bottom of this eyelashes, and then we're gonna give her a double eyelid over here. Now the nose, we're gonna start drawing the nose. So we're gonna follow those ovals that I have earlier. We're gonna draw the nostrils. We're gonna draw this nostril. Then we're gonna draw the side of the nose. Draw the side of the nose. Okay, that's all I need for the drawings. The rest is shading. We're gonna draw the lips right over here. Here's that line. We're gonna make sure follows here. So right over here, I'm gonna start the V here, and then we're gonna draw another V over here, and we're gonna have the end of the mouth point upwards here. Okay, and then from here, I'm gonna draw that mountain thing that I told you about. You know how that looks like a mountain. Okay, so right over here, we're gonna have this slope downwards. Okay, and then we're gonna draw the bottom of the lip. So right here, we're gonna draw this lip, and then you're gonna have this come up like that. And then now I'm gonna darken up those lines. Okay, darken up those lines to help you separate. Okay, and then we're gonna draw the top lip, the bottom lip. Okay, now the rest, I'm gonna get rid of that sketch line, the guideline that we don't need anymore. Get rid of all those lines so we can do some of the drawings quickly. Now I'm gonna draw the side of the face. And then the chin right over here, we're gonna have that chin maybe like that. And then here's this face. Now the eyebrows, we're gonna have that guide, okay? We're gonna do that guide again. So from here to here, we're gonna have the eyebrows start right over here and then have it go up. Once it goes all the way up, we're gonna have it go down once it touches that guideline. So right over here. Okay, and then from here, we're gonna start the eyebrow here. We're gonna go up. Once it touches that line, we're gonna have it come downwards. Okay, now after I have that guide, we have this. Now I'm gonna do some quick shading. So usually on the bottom of the eyebrows and the top of the eyes, I will add some shadows there because that's where the eye socket is. On the side of the nose, we're gonna have some shadows over here. Same for the other side, we're gonna have some shadows here. Okay, I'm gonna use the side of the pencil. Okay, and then right here, we're gonna do some shading on the top lip, and then some texture shading on the bottom lip. I'm gonna soften that up a little bit. Okay, and then here we're gonna draw some shadows on this eye, shadows on this eye. And then I'm gonna darken up the eyebrow a little. I just want it to be more pronounced so we can see it a little bit better. Okay, so that eyebrow and then this eyebrow. Okay, and then now I'm gonna do some shading right over here on the side of the nose, on the side of this nose, and then I'm gonna do some shading on the side of the face, and then some shading on the side of this face, underneath the chin. Always darken up the bottom of the lip over here. Okay, soften up that a little bit. Okay, some shadows underneath the chin. Okay, we're gonna draw one ear, maybe one ear right over here. And then the same rules applies. You have that bump there, you have this going up, that little Y over here, and you draw around. Okay, and then it's a little bit of the sideburns. And then I'm gonna draw a little bit over here. Remember, here's the top of the head. I want her hair to be a little bit higher, the widow's peak. Widow's peak is, some people, when they're born, they have widow's peak, which is the hair grows down this way. Some people don't have that widow's peak. It's just called widow's peak because the little triangle thing here. But we'll just draw this one, her hair going like this way. And then here, look. So the hair I'm drawing higher than the circle. I'm drawing it a little bit higher. And then we'll have the side of the hair here, and then we'll have her have long hair. Maybe like this. And then on this side of the hair, we'll have her hair kind of draped down like this. Okay. This is a girl with a long hair. Okay. And then here's her neck. We'll have her neck a little bit further out. And then here's her hair here. Here. And then we'll have some lines, just some quickly just drawing some hairlines, just help separate. And we use the side of the pencil and just give that a black hair. Okay, and then some shadows over here, separate that. Okay, and then now I'm gonna start doing some shadows on the side of the face. And then the shadows on the side of the face, because there's hair draped over here, I'm gonna add some shadows on this side of the face. Okay, and again, the top of this eye and the bottom of this eyebrow usually there's a shadow here, so I'm gonna do the same on this side. Okay, and then we'll start doing some shadows on this face. Don't forget the philtrum on this lip. Yeah, everyone has a philtrum. Okay, I'm gonna start softening it up. And then if you want, you can spend more time. When you spend more time, it'll look more detailed and it'll look nice. But the general rule to draw faces is pretty much like this. That's all the measurements. Okay. Okay, and then we'll darken up this eye here and give this one like a double eyelid. Okay, a shadow underneath the nose. Make that nose bounce out a little bit. Soften it. Make this nose here. Make this nose here. Okay, add more shadows on this side. Add more shadows on that side. Then we're going to have her hair go a little bit lower. Maybe like that. Okay. There, and that's a male face and then a female face. Okay, let me get rid of this line, so you can see the face a little bit better. There we go. And then we're gonna have the neck start maybe right over here, closer to the ear, like that, and then some shading. So there you have it, male and female. Okay, so the female, you just have this more softer, and the male is more chiseled, like that. Okay, there you go. So there you have it. That's how you draw faces. Now, to take it a step further, what you can do is grab a mirror, look at your own face, get a tablet, look at a portrait of someone, or have a friend or a relative sit in front of you and try to draw their faces. Use what I've taught you in this video, and then look at the shape of their eyes, look at the shape of their nose, and then draw exactly the way their nose look. But just remember the measurements. Eyes halfway here, from the eyes to the chin halfway is the bottom of the nose, and then from the nose here to the chin, 1/3 of the way down, that's this mouth right here. Okay, so any questions, comment down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, keep on drawing faces. The more you practice, the better you get. Take care and have fun. Bye bye.